CTV News at 5 with Hudson Mack.
Discovery Island's resident coastal wolf may not be bothering anyone right now, but BC Parks isn't taking any chances. Public access to the park is being temporarily restricted just in case. CTV News was first to show you this picture of the coastal wolf on the small island just kilometers off Oak Bay. BC Parks says the wolf doesn't appear to pose any risks, but in deference to its well-being and the public's, conservation officers will close the park on Monday while they come up with a plan to keep the wolf and island visitors safe. A 63-year-old Saanich man is fighting for his life after being struck on his motorcycle. The motorcyclist remains in critical condition tonight after being hit by a smart car yesterday. It happened shortly after 4 in the afternoon at the intersection of Douglas and Market Streets. Police say an 87-year-old Victoria woman was behind the wheel of the car when she collided with the motorcyclist. Officers say she was trying to make a left turn onto Market Street despite a street sign saying no left turns between 4 and 6 p.m. Police are warning you to be extra vigilant after catching a car prowler red-handed in View Royal. Police say 32-year-old Jonathan Daniel Ross was arrested around 4 a.m. yesterday in the 100 block of Cheltenham Street. The regional crime unit noticed a trend of break-ins in the area and began to monitor suspicious behavior. Officers say they watched Ross try to enter a string of vehicles parked in driveways.
The regional crime unit had an individual under surveillance who was on a bicycle. He came into this secluded residential area and was observed going into several of the streets, including this street right here, the 100 block of Cheltenham Street, where the officers watched the individual go up and down several driveways and trying the door handles both on the driver's and passenger side of vehicles.
Ross has pleaded guilty to attempted theft and trespassing at night and sentenced to 90 days in jail as well as 1 year of probation. Police are reminding drivers to lock their vehicles and to never leave valuable items in sight. If you've ever been on a fishing trip, you know what can happen when you get home. That little catch you reeled in seems to somehow grow in size every time you tell the story. But a retired British couple trying their luck in BC waters have a whopper of a tale that's totally true.
That is the biggest fish so far of the season, by far. We're going to have a little peek at him. There he is. Michael's going to keep working him and bringing him up. We're pretty close here now, but look at the size of that fish. Oh my goodness gracious.
Michael and Margaret Snell from Salisbury, England, set out with their guide on the Fraser River this week and reeled in what may be one of the largest fish ever caught in North America. It took Michael an hour and a half to get the better of a 500-kilogram or 1,100-pound white sturgeon that was nearly 4 meters long. That's about 12 feet. After posing for a few pictures to document the incredible catch, the sturgeon was released. The species is protected, and the guide with Great River Fishing Adventures estimates the fish could be more than 100 years old. The Salvation Army has received a generous boost from an anonymous donor to help purchase a new beacon bus. $50,000 has been given to the Sally Ann to help buy a new utility vehicle. The current beacon bus is in desperate need of repairs after 15 years of service, and in order to replace it, the Salvation Army needs to raise $100,000. Organizers are thrilled, saying thanks to the donation, they are one big step closer to rolling in a new set of wheels.
That's really exciting because it brings us to the halfway point in replacing our aging beacon bus. We're hoping for a Sprinter style cargo van, which will be fully equipped with the kitchen and everything that we need for our community and emergency programming. So because it's smaller, it will cost a lot less in fuel. Because it's new, it won't cost anything really to maintain, and it's time to replace it.
The Salvation Army says it's cheaper to replace the bus than try to keep up with repairs. The Beacon bus serves as an emergency response vehicle and helps volunteers provide meals and clothing to those in need. People in the Harbour City geared up for a little competition today, the good old-fashioned way.
Yes, yes.
Editors hopped on small tricycles from 1975 while trying to dodge water balloons. The tricycle race was part of the Marine Festival activities in Nanaimo. Organizers say they brought back the event because it's been such a huge success.
This is the second year. It came back after about a 5 or 6 year hiatus, and we brought it back last year with great success. So we're really happy to bring it back.
Oh, it feels great. This is the first time I've trike ridden in about 50 years. It's awesome.
Surprised you won or what?
I am actually. I am because, you know, I'm not. Well, I was the one who wanted to do this, so it's nice that I did win, but I didn't expect to win.
To the winner of the race, a mini tricycle trophy. But the race wasn't the only thing drawing crowds along Commercial Street today. The Downtown Nanaimo Business Improvement Association has also set up a market where you can find different vendors, live entertainment, and crafts for the kids. The BC Mountie, convicted of obstructing justice in a fatal motorcycle crash on the mainland, has resigned from the RCMP. The force says Monty Robinson was not fired, though BC's top cop wanted him gone. He submitted his own discharge papers. After the 2008 crash that killed 21-year-old Orion Hutchinson, Robinson went home and had 2 shots of vodka before returning to the scene. He had been on paid leave while the courts and the RCMP decided his fate. Robinson's sentence will be handed down next week. The victim's family and friends are relieved he will no longer be getting paid.
I was in high school when this happened, and it's been so hard.
I mean, I'm happy about that. At least all of our tax dollars aren't paying for vacation for him anymore, but it doesn't really make a difference.
Robinson's resignation frees the RCMP of further costs associated with a code of conduct inquiry. The now ex-Mountie is no stranger to controversy. He was the senior officer involved in the tasering death of Polish immigrant Robert Chikansky at the Vancouver airport in 2007. He and 3 others still face perjury charges in connection with that case. A Montreal firefighter who died in the line of duty was laid to rest today. Hundreds of firefighters from across North America came to pay their respects. Thierry Godfried was struck by a fire truck while responding to a call 1 week ago today. He was the first firefighter to be killed on the job in Montreal since 2006. The BC Coroner's Office is releasing the identity of the Nanaimo man who was discovered dead in the waters at Colliery Dam. 61-year-old David Richard Morgan left his friends and family to take photos but never returned. Rescue crews found his body under a log in a deep pool of water not far from where he was last seen. Morgan's death is still under investigation.